Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be reviewing some new items from Victoria's Secret, including some new fall fragrance mists from Pink, as well as the Victoria Rose perfume. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. So Victoria's Secret released some new fall collections over on the Pink side, and I went ahead and picked up some of the new fragrance mists. It seems to be a mix of brand new scents as well as a lot of re-promotes. And it's a little odd, but these collections don't seem to have any names listed, so I'm not sure if those will be added later, but I can't reference the collection names at this moment. First up is a collection of what I believe are all new scents, and it does say that this collection contains upcycled ingredients. I picked up two of the scents, Vanilla Clouds and Orange Meadow, but I didn't pick up Cedar Woods, which has notes of Misty Waterfall and Fresh Vetiver, because it just didn't sound like notes that I would enjoy. And the first scent that I picked up from this collection is Vanilla Clouds. And this one has notes of cottonwood and toasted hazelnut. And it also says that sweet vanilla extract blends with notes of toasted hazelnut and fresh cottonwood for an irresistible, well-balanced fragrance everyone will ask about. And this to me is a very warm and sort of spicy vanilla. It has a little sweetness, but it's not sugary sweet. And cottonwood is supposed to have sort of a resinous quality, and I do feel like that's noticeable here, along with kind of an earthy, nutty scent from the hazelnut. And as this dries, it does become a bit sweeter, but the vanilla still retains a very warm, ambery quality to it. And I will say that I do have three different vanilla fragrances in this review, and this does seem like the strongest out of all of the scents in the video. And then the other scent I picked up in this collection is Orange Meadow, and this one has notes of golden grapefruit and sunset poppies. And it says, zesty orange essence blends with notes of fresh grapefruit and poppies for a citrusy sweet fragrance you'll want to spritz all over. And this is a really bright scent. I get a lot of that grapefruit and orange right away, but it's not a super sweet orange at first. And the fruit mingles with a soft floral note, but it does seem overwhelmingly like a fruity scent. And when it's dried down, it has become sweeter, and it comes across as a nice, sweet, citrusy scent that actually smells like it has a little vanilla in it as well. I do like this one, and I think that both of the scents in this collection are nice, and I am definitely interested in picking up the matching lotions for these two. And then the other fall collection that Pink released seems to have three returning scents. And again, no collection name was listed, but this does actually contain the same scents as the Basic Comforts collection from last fall. And I didn't pick up Basic Pumpkin, which was called PSL for Pumpkin Spice Latte, I believe, last year. And I also didn't pick up Basic Apple, which was called Extra Apple last year. And the third scent is Basic Vanilla, which I actually already have. It just has slightly different packaging this year. So I'm going to review the Basic Vanilla that I picked up last year, and I believe it has the same notes, so I'm assuming that it's the same scent as the one they have in the current fall collection. And this one has notes of toasted marshmallow and warm chai. And it's a really spicy vanilla scent. And the chai brings in sort of a gingerbready quality at first, kind of like cloves and spicy cinnamon. And I don't get tea specifically, but it does overall just smell like food. And I see where they're going with the toasted marshmallow note, but to me, it just smells more like spicy gingerbread than marshmallow or vanilla. So I do think that this is a decent scent, but it just isn't a very vanilla scent to me. And then in addition to the fall collections, Pink also released a mist for the Coco Vanilla scent that they've had for a while in the body care line. I already have the body lotion, the scrub, and the oil, so I definitely wanted to pick up the fragrance mist to give that a try. And Coco Vanilla has notes of coconut cream, vanilla bean, and spiced pear. And it says, spritz yourself with a soft fragrance that evokes sipping a cool pina colada with a warm ocean breeze in your hair. And this to me is also not a super sweet vanilla. It's warm and it has kind of a creamy coconut to it, as well as a sort of raw vanilla scent. I actually don't really get the pear, but there does seem to be a hint of fruitiness to it. It's overall very light and sweet, but in a creamy sort of way, not a sugary sweet. And I feel like the scent is a lot better once it's settled because initially it seems a bit alcohol heavy, and it does also seem to have sort of a lingering airiness to it. It's a little hard to describe, but it just doesn't seem very strong, especially on the vanilla side. And I also wanted to mention that I don't think that this smells the same as the matching lotion. That seems much more strongly like raw vanilla bean, and the coconut isn't as creamy. And I also don't think that one has a pear note in it. I feel like I do like the lotion more than the mist once the lotion has dried down because then it's a bit sweeter and a little bit more noticeably vanilla. So, as far as the fragrance mist, I think it's okay, but it's not really my favorite out of this batch. And then I also picked up the Victoria Rose perfume, and I really don't know where this perfume came from, but it keeps popping up in the sale section, even though I've never seen it before. It has no notes listed on the site and also no reviews. And it was also available in the Heavenly scent in this same bottle, which is not the current bottle for Heavenly in the full price section. So I think that these scents must have been created for semi-annual sale back when they were changing the Heavenly bottle a couple years ago. That's just my guess, and maybe I just missed it when it was first released, but I decided to go ahead and take a chance and order it because I do like rose fragrances and I just like collecting VS perfumes, so I wanted to try it out. The notes were listed on the box, and they are mandarin blossom, rose, and tonka. And right off the bat, I can say this is definitely a rose forward fragrance. The rose is really strong, and it smells fresh and a little bit green. And I'm also getting a citrusy note to it, as well as a little earthiness. And there is some sweetness, but this is definitely not a gourmand or a super sweet fragrance. Overall, I do think that this is a pleasant scent. It just doesn't really seem like anything special. It's a citrusy rose fragrance. It's pretty soft. It doesn't have a ton of projection, but I think, it's an okay fragrance. I think it just was created maybe for the sale, so it's not anything they put a lot of effort into. And initially when I ordered this, I was actually hoping that maybe it was called Victoria Rose, but that it was actually the old Victoria fragrance, but that is definitely not the case. So if you're looking for, just a pleasant rose scent with a little hint of citrus, you might like this, but I do feel like some of the other rose and citrus fragrances that I've tried recently are a lot better, such as Valentino's Born in Roma Yellow Dream, for example. So that's it for my review of the current fall collections from Pink. I have to say that Vanilla Clouds is my favorite out of this batch, and I also really do like Orange Meadow. So I think that the new scents are, really nice, but I feel like there's a lot of re-promotes, so hopefully they'll come out with some additional new scents towards the holidays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.